The Abbasid Khilafat was the third in a series of Islamic empire to span large parts of Asia. At its height, the Abbasid Khilafat controlled much of North Africa, the Middle East, and Central Asia. It stood a great Islamic empire that dominated over 5 centuries, founded through a revolution. It presided over a golden age until it declined due to intrigue, war, and weakness that led to its centuries of powerless existence until its downfall in hands of the Mongols. The Abbasid Khilafat emerged after a bloody revolution of its own doing and toppled the once powerful Umayyad Khilafat and ruled through effective administration and strong leadership. However, civil war, intrigue, decadence, and revolution had weakened the imperial Khilafat. Moreover, in search for unity through assimilation of the population called the Mawali or non-Arab Muslims joined the Shias and Kharijit to wish the downfall of the Sunni Arab Umayyad Khilafat. The Abbasid claimed that Abu Hashim, before he passed away in 718, left the quest for the Khilafat to the head of the Abbasid. Since then, the Abbasid led the Hashemite campaign challenging the Umayyad and gathering support mostly especially in the Persian region of Khorasan. Khorasan homed a lot of Mawali non-Muslim Arab and Shias, mostly due to its far distance from Damascus and its rich and fertile environment. It became home of marginalized and disaffected population, ripe for a start of an uprising violations. In the 730, almost 2 decades when the Abbasid took over the Hashemite, the Umayyad Khilafat further weakened with another civil war. By 747, Mawali, Shias, and Kharijit joined the fight and they began to control the eastern region of the Umayyad Khilafat. By 750, Abbasid army encountered the Umayyad army under Caliph Marwan II in the Battle of the Great Zab River. The Abbasids scored a victory and forced Caliph to run for his life until he arrived in Egypt, where he met his violent aunt. Abdul al-Abbas became the first Abbasid Caliph and took over himself the responsibility of securing the new dynasty. Abdul al-Abbas had Umayyad family members killed. He did so with pride, even calling himself as Safa, the blood shedder. And Caliph al-Mansur also assassinated influential officers, including some contributed to the rise of the Abbasid, like the venerated and honored Abu Muslim. An Umayyad prince established an Imarat in Cordova, Spain, later elevated their status to a Khilafat. Despite the loss of some territory, the early Abbasid presided over a golden 8th century in their capital Baghdad. Though the name Baghdad meaning gift of God, situated in between the Tigris and Euphrates and a round city with a caliphal palace in the center. It became a commercial center and brought riches and goods from both east and west. Trade in Baghdad and the rest of the empire flourished and gave birth to an explosive interest in the arts and sciences, an age that shone bright in Islamic history and gave the Caliphate prestige. Even though revolutions continued, but one factor that to be preservation of the Khilafat was toleration, not just of the other religion but also the other cultures. After all, the Abbasid revolution came to be as a result of the discontent over the Umayyad favoritism of the Arab culture. Even though Arab culture remained a lingua franca, some cultures are even inspired reforms, such as the Persian culture started to be prominent in Abbasid government. Tolerance to the improvement in the government as many more talented Muslims joined the civil administration. Muslims saw a return to the purify of Islam in contrast to a secular, decadent and opulent lives of the Umayyad Khilafat. A return to the basic tenets of simplicity, tolerance and the unity of the Islamic community or Ummah gave satisfaction to the Abbasid leadership. So with peace, tolerance and prosperity, this fact led to a flourishing of the Abbasid culture. Scientists, doctors, writers and other academics found the ambience suitable to pursue their studies. Suddenly, a development in the alchemy, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, geography, and other led to the popularity of the most Islamic scholars. Hospitals, universities, libraries attest to the growth in the intellectual progress. Contributing factor to this include the idea that the better understanding of the nature means better understanding of Allah. Indeed, intellectual pursuit becoming a religious led the Caliph also to support the development. Caliph Harun Rashid established the Baitul Hikmah or the House of the Wisdom in Baghdad to house scholars and their work. It became a translation center that translated work of the Greek, Romans, and others to Arabic that formed the basis of many advancements in many fields. Things went bad for the Abbasid Khilafat. A civil war erupted after his death in 809. His son Al-Amin and Al-Mamun fought each other for the Khilafat. In the end, Al-Mamun took over. Even though he continued his father's support for the intellectual, the court showed signs of intense factionalism and division. In the end, Al-Mamun ordered his brother, the later Caliph Al-Mu'tasim, to create a unit of Mongols, mostly of the Turk slave, to serve as his guards. This way, he made himself independent from the military support or different functions. Anarchy destroyed the prestige of the Khilafat. Never again it ushered in the same period of Harun Rashid. The anarchy and the dysfunction of the Caliph led to the rise and the local war roared. So, Abbasid Caliph became figurehead and weak. In 950, the Buyids forced Caliph al-Mutakafir to surrender all his political power to them. Though some Caliph attempts to restore the power of the Abbasid, but all were in vain.